10 or 15. This is sort of what I do. There's a little bit of movement. I like to sort of move everything because, I go to the gym and I run and I lift weights and I get really, really sore. And I'm sort of old-ish in my body, not in my head. Okay. So, couple sun salutations. Not too many though. My shoulders don't like the chaturangas that much. I want to warm them up, but I'm not looking to fatigue them. Remember, this isn't the workout. This is just like I need 10 or 15 minutes to move my body so my body moves better in the world and I can sort of clear my head. So inhale, reach all the way up. And then forward fold, go all the way down. I like to do this with a bend through my knees and then dangle my head at the end, just for a couple breaths. Inhale, lift halfway. I don't straighten my spine until I actually get halfway. I like that extra movement through my spine. And on the exhale, I'm going to plant my hands and step back to high plank. I'm going to take an inhale. I drop my knees down to the earth. On the exhale, lots of control, coming all the way down. And then I'm going to untuck my toes, take my fingertips really, really wide. Inhale, come up into a baby cobra. And then I'm going to dip my right shoulder and look left. I love this. My shoulders love this. Come back through the center. And we'll go to the other side. Okay, let's do one more round both sides. So move with your own breath. There's a dip and there's a look. And then we're going to even it out. And then come back through center. Lower all the way down. Push up through table, cats and cows. What yoga practice would be complete without cats and cows? Now, in my body, I tend to have a lot of movement in my lower back. Not rotation, but my pelvis really wants to move forward. It likes moving forward. And it's not so great on my lower back. So if this is you, if you're like, oh yeah, I think I've got a really movie lower back too. A nice trick, just to sort of restrict range of motion through your pelvis, is to keep your toes tucked, move your bum back towards your heels, and then try your cat-cows. And you're going to take away some of the movement through your pelvis. So you'll be able to focus a lot of the movement in around your mid-back. And that's where I tend to get stuck, my mid-back and my shoulders. Downward facing dog. Pedal through your feet. Nod your head, shake your head. Take a big inhale, come high in the balls of your feet, bend your knees. On your exhale, just step to the top of your mat. Lift up halfway. Forward fold. Inhale, I'm going to roll all the way up. I like this extra movement through my spine. When I'm finally tall, I'm going to lift the crown of my head, roll my shoulders back. And then inhale, take one more sun salutation. So reaching all the way up to the sky. Forward fold, go all the way down. Lift up halfway. Step back to high plank. Pause from your knees to your toes. Take a full breath in. And then lower halfway or all the way. I'm going to go halfway down this time. Inhale, take a back bend. You choose. And then downward facing dog. Full breath in. Stay for the out. I'll do that again. Good. Now on an inhale, rise high in the balls of the feet, bend through the knees. On the exhale, step forward. Make sure that the foot that feels unusual to step forward, steps forward first. In this case, it's my left and then my right. Lift up halfway. Forward fold. And I'm going to sit down in a chair, bring my hands to heart center. Sit down in your chair. Hands are at heart center, but bring a little bit of movement into your shoulders. I'm just going to roll them. I'm going to roll one and then the other. I'm rolling them back. Now I'm going to roll them forward. Okay, keep my hands at heart center. I'm going to come high in the balls of my feet. Ooh, I'm always falling over. And then I'm going to drop my heels down, lift my toes. Okay, do that again. So you're going to sort of rock forward, lift your heels, and then drop your heels, lift your toes. Do that again. Yeah, and then just drop back, lift your toes. You're going to stay in chair, just bring your toes down. Now I'm going to move my arms. I'm going to stretch them forward. See how it feels to sort of reach them up toward the sky. Take an inhale. On the exhale, fold. Whew. Okay, lift up halfway. On the exhale, send your left toes back into a runner's lunge and then drop your knee down to the earth. On an inhale, reach your arms all the way up. On the exhale, straighten your front leg, Ardha Hanumanasana. Good, and then come forward into a runner's lunge, and you're gonna create warrior 2 feet. Then on an inhale, reach back, reverse your warrior. On an exhale, make your way into triangle, Trikonasana. Stay here for a couple breaths. Good, 2 more. Last one. Now, if you know me at all, you know that my favorite pose is Ardha Chandrasana. So of course it's coming into my home practice. I bring the top hand to my hip, just makes it easier to transition. Bend deeply into your front leg. Fingertips come down or not, it's totally up to you. And then come into your Ardha Chandrasana. Good. We'll stay for just a couple more breaths. Good, and then very, very carefully, it's really all about safety in the transition. You're gonna square yourself toward the earth. I'm gonna touch my left fingertips down. I'm gonna pull my left knee into my nose and my nose into my knee. And then I'm gonna reach my left leg up toward the sky, standing half splits. Take a full breath in, listen carefully. This lifted leg, I'm gonna bring it all the way down. So I'm gonna bend my knee and I'm gonna bring it to the outside edge of my standing foot, and then I'm gonna sit all the way back. And I'm sort of primed for a twist. That's exactly what I'm gonna do here. Because remember, we don't have a ton of time, so we're trying to get everything in. So right fingertips come behind, take an inhale, get tall. I'm just gonna hug my right knee in and rotate to the right. Keep your chin tucked. Give yourself a little double chin, reach out through the crown of your head. Take 2 more breaths. Okay, last one. Come back through center. I'm gonna come forward and come back into that standing half splits. So coming forward, lifting my left leg as high as I can to the sky, and then come back into a fold. Lift up halfway, roll there. Forward fold, and then sit in your chair, Utkatasana. Okay, catch your breath. Okay, another full breath in and out. And then forward fold. We'll do the other side. Lift up halfway. And then send your right toesies back. Come into a runner's lunge just for a moment. And then drop your back knee down. Grab anything you'd like to cushion that right knee. Inhale, reach all the way up into a low crescent lunge. On the exhale, fingertips come down. Ardha Hanumanasana, straightening that front leg. Whew, good, just for a moment. Come back into your runner's lunge. Create your warrior 2 feet. And then inhale, reverse your warrior. And on the exhale, make your way into Trikonasana, triangle pose. My back is to you now. I'm not being rude. It's just sort of the way I am on the mat. I'm getting my own practice in here as well. That rarely happens. I've left everybody at home. I'm very irresponsible right now. Okay, getting ready for Ardha Chandrasana, half moon, top hand to my hip. I'm gonna look down. I'm gonna launch myself. And it's a balancing pose. Sort of working to keep both legs straight and strong. And sort of peel this top hip sort of back and open so my pelvis turns and faces the wall to the side. Okay, you're gonna curl yourself into that ball right now. So start to square yourself slowly toward the earth. Fingertips come down. Pull your right knee in toward your nose, nose toward your knee. Good, then you're gonna shoot it straight up toward the sky. Good, keep reaching, keep reaching, keep reaching. One more full breath in and out. We're gonna bend the knee and bring the whole leg down, getting primed for that twist again. This time on the other side. So you're just gonna bring it and touch it down on the outside back edge of the left foot. You're gonna sit yourself back. Whew. You're ready. Now grab anything you need. So if you feel like you're sort of rocking or falling to one side, just grab something to go under a bum cheek. Left fingertips behind. I'm gonna grab a hold of that front shin. Take an inhale, get tall. And then exhale, start to rotate to the left. Stay for 2 more breaths. Last one. Ooh, turn forward, sort of rock, take some momentum forward, come back into a standing half splits. Right toes are pointed and they're reaching as high as they can. Forward fold. Lift up halfway. Plant your hands, step back, take a flow. So the flow that feels sort of natural in your practice right now. And then we're gonna come on back to downward facing dog just for a moment or two. So pedal your feet. Make your way onto your bum. And we're gonna go roll all the way back. Now what my body was telling me when I was in that back bend is that my body would like more back bends. So we're gonna take that now, but we're not gonna hold it, we're gonna move it. So we don't have a ton of time, so we don't wanna take up all of our time with long holds. But it doesn't mean you're not gonna get any benefit through your body. We're moving dynamically, and we're gonna move through some dynamic bridges. So plant your feet, just lift your pelvis a little bit, and as you do that, you're going to just sort of change the angle slightly of your pelvis, so your tailbone is pointing toward the back of your shins or the back of your knees, and reach your arms overhead. And then exhale, come back down to the ground. Good, keep moving with your breath. So just like that, on the inhale, you're gonna lift up. On the exhale, you're gonna come down. Good, keep flowing with your breath. Now, if it feels like you are very much craving a hold in a back bend, you should take it now, because I'm gonna take about 5 more rounds of breath, moving though, because that's what I'm craving. But if you are craving some stillness and you really, really wanna get into the pose and sort of work it, this is your opportunity. We'll take about 3 more breaths. This is my last round of breath. Yeah, and then when you come back to the earth, just allow the back of your pelvis to settle and be heavy. I'm going to bring the soles of my feet together, let my knees fall out to the side, and then sort of snuggle my shoulders together. I'm going to start to slow down my breath. Good. Now at this point in the practice, I'm going to turn off the camera and I'm going to make my way home because I feel rather guilty. But if you want to add on, this is the perfect time to sort of add on, maybe take an extra hip opener, you can take a twist if you like, maybe just a little bit more movement you're craving, a happy baby, whatever it is, give it to yourself, extend your practice the way that your body needs, and then get on with the rest of your day. You did some yoga, you moved, you breathed, you made time for yourself, high five.